Mythic Squad, the People's Guild. Our passion for making monsters can't be killed. We breed the best pets, learn a lot, no regrets. Join us in creating excellence. Purple on our back, Mythic Squad on the chest.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another edition of Ogreish Edumacation. In this one, we are going to do an archer, a warrior, and a knight up front. So we'll have 2 meat shields and 1 massive damage dealer in this void hunt. All right, so in this time, what we're going to do, we're still going to go for a target level of 12 on the boar hunts, but I'm going to have my primary damage dealer, that archer, be the highest level. So I'm going to put them in the back. And then I'm going to put a warrior in the middle. And I'm going to go low on their... Oop, there we go. I'm going to use a level 11 warrior, as you can see here. And then I'll use a level 12 knight to, again, have my tankier of the 2 be up front. And I've got 2 here. You notice that he's going to be a little worse at dodging, but a little better at hitting than this guy will. You look at it, 70, 84, 562, 628. I'm going to rock this guy right here. Even though he's not going to hit quite as well, he's going to dodge more potentially. And he's got more mana, which I like. And then we'll go up here to the knight. Where are you, El Knighto? I believe this is him right here. Or her, as the case may be. All right, this is my knight, the level 12 Knight Monk. Little low on the hits, but again, this is a meat shield. They're up there to absorb damage. I want high health. All right, we got all 3 of our heroes selected. And you can see I've already done all of the trees, but we haven't talked about warrior. We talked about archer, we talked about knight, and we talked about priest in the first video. So here we'll talk about the warrior abilities and show you the codex that I use. All right, so the skill codex I use is Gladiator Strike for level 1. Bleed or Bloodthirst at level 2, which allows me to regenerate my health passively. This one right here, Brutal Rend, if that enemy is bleeding, then it does a bunch of extra damage, as well as potentially causing even more damage. I'm sorry, even more bleed, doing another stack on top of it so that they have a stack of 2 bleeds instead of just 1, doing more damage at the beginning of their turn. And then finally, I use my Rapid Onslaught ability here. And you notice it does 3 attacks. And if Gladiator Strike was used last turn, Rapid Onslaught has 10% increased accuracy, which you notice it loses 10% accuracy there. So it offsets that and puts you back at the base accuracy. Now, it has an amnesia of 2. So what I'll do is not always, but oftentimes I'll run through a basic attack, then a gladiator attack, followed by Rapid Onslaught to work those combos. Because on the Gladiator Strike, if you did a basic attack last turn, then you have an additional chance to inflict bleed on the target. So if you do manage to inflict bleed, instead of going on to the Gladiator Strike, a lot of times I'll go ahead and do the Brutal Rend instead. All right, here we go. Let's get it on. And for those that are like, why do they look so funky? Those right there are called Vizzies. You can actually buy these in-game and put them on any one of your heroes to change their appearance. I'm a fan of them. I think they're pretty dope, and most of them are limited time, so they may never come back, right? We may never see some of these Vizzies again, which makes them collector's items. And again, you'll see, went away too fast, but we were at an average level of 12, so these boars I'm fighting are level 12, even though my damage dealer is 13, and then I have a level 11 and level 12 tank / meat shield. So here we go. Now, these guys can only attack the front boar, so I'm just going to go ahead and chief out on the front boar here. Bam! Use that multi-shot, and you saw it did a critical, so that was pretty cool. Got a little bleed action there. So you know what? Instead of doing anything else, I'm just going to go straight to Brutal Rend and cause max damage. Bam! Now with my knight, my standard first move is going to be that Forever Vigilant to make sure that the P2 and P3, position 2 and 3, the back ones, have some daze resistance and are less likely to get dazed like he did. Or she did, I'm sorry. Oh no, pulled my rear guy all the way up to the front. I don't like it when they do that. But I'm not going to give up this combo, because if I were to move that hero right now, then it would lose that combo and I'd have to go through and do multi-shot and then, I'm sorry, multi-shot before I could get the rapid shot combo again. So let's hopefully do a whole bunch of damage, do a whole bunch of boars, 170 and 76. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now we will go ahead and go through this guy's attack sequence of basic, then gladiator strike, and then all the way up. And you see I inflicted an extra bleed. You know that because it went back to a 3 for turns remaining. A little number right down there at the bottom. Now for my knight, my primary meat shield, I'm going to go ahead and move him back up front because I don't like my archer being up there. So I'm giving up that turn, which is all right because now you're going to nuzzle, so I don't have, so I can put a few more rounds of attack into that guy, and then hopefully Mama Boar will do her mad char or start channeling her wild charge on her next turn. We shall see. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and attack the middle guy with my archer, and then I'll use my 2 frontline attacks to attack him. Oh, with a miss. No bueno. All right, so combo active. Let's go ahead and maybe cause some bleed. Bam, got it. And then this guy, I'm going to do max damage. He'll do 130. He's got 171 left, so I'm safe, and I'm not going to kill him. Mama Boar goes next, and let's see that wild charge. Come on. Channel that wild charge, Mama Boar. Let's see it. Let's see it. Bam! If you really wreck shop on those first couple turns, you can often trigger that, which is how it was kind of predictable, and I almost knew it was going to happen. All right, now it's all, since she's got the wild charge going, as we learned in the previous video, we want to do max damage and try and murk out both of these baby boars before she's comes off of her exhaustion. I didn't point that out last time. I'll show you how you can tell when she's exhausted on my next, or once she goes through this. Oh, look at that crit. Heck yeah. And dazed him. Suck it, Trebek. Y'all gonna die today. Oh, see, that's such a waste. That costs 16 mana versus 8 mana, when in reality, he's got 34 hit points. I might even be able to kill him with a basic strike. Yup. Now, what I'm looking at here is just in case he blocks, it'll reduce the damage potentially down to like half. So 34 hit points would get that Boar a total of 68 hit points. So if that was doubled, right? So my physical damage is more than twice the hit points it has left. So I'm going to save the mana and just murk it out. And there we go. Barely, but surely got her done. All right, now the other thing we need to pay attention to is health, right? Mama Boar's charge is about to do a bunch of damage. Even at 12, she might be able to do more than that 317 damage. So I'm going to play it safe. Go ahead and take a vial here. I probably should have paid attention to that on my archer too. Ruh-roh. Hopefully he doesn't get my archer. Got it, but it was only 259. And I've still got 103. That's tough with the bleed. I'm losing 12 hit points per turn, but it only happens one more time. So that'll bring me down to more than the baby boar can do. Mama Boar cannot attack position 2 or 3. Mama Boar can only attack position 1, and right there, those 3 sweat drops, that's how you can tell Mama Boar is exhausted. Mama Boar's next turn is right there, and as you can see, I get to use almost all of my heroes again twice, with the exception being the knight, because the knight is dazed. Lost a little initiative with that. So I am going to do max damage and just try to kill out this baby boar before Mama Boar gets to go again. We shall see. Does it work? Good crit, good crit. Now I get the gladiator rend, and he goes next. Hopefully we can cause some bleed. And then on his turn, he'll take a little bit of extra damage, and we got it. Bam. So there's that extra bleed damage, 14. Get off him. Now, I'm taking a little risk here. I could go direct damage straight to the baby boar. But see, that's only 121 to 240. I've got my warrior to go, and then I get my knight again before. I'm going to go ahead with the crit, or I'm sorry, with the rapid shot to maybe do damage to both of them and hopefully get a crit on that first baby and kill it. If not, I get a hit with both of my primary damage dealers on her, and the rapid onslaught should be triggered because I used gladiator strike last turn. No amnesia on it, so I should be able to do that and finish it off in case I need to. All right, so let's go ahead with this multi-shot. Up, and I dazed Mama, which is a good thing. Which means Mama just dropped down, and I got even more turns to try and kill Baby Boar off before Mama gets to go again. All right. Yeah, baby. This would probably murk him right there. Base damage unless he blocks it or misses one. Nope. Got him. All right. Now I have two knight shots, an archer shot, and a warrior shot to deal damage to Mama Boar before she even gets to come back at me. Now she's got daze resistance already, so I'm not going to go ahead and use that. I'm just going to do max damage. Try and take her down. Try and take it down. Oh, and a swing and a miss. Boo. All right, multi-shot. Let's queue up. I'm sorry. Yeah, multi-shot. We'll queue up that rapid shot. I think I messed that up last time and said it wrong. All right, I'm going to go ahead, and it's not bleeding. So, yeah, let's go ahead and roll through it, right? Because you have amnesia of 2 on my rapid onslaught anyways. So, first turn I do the basic, which will queue up the combo here, which will queue up the combo there. And you just roll through that. Boom, 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 boom. Again with my knight. Max damage. I want you to die, little piggy. Oh, no. And something I'm not paying attention to. I'm about out of mana. I've only got 20 left. So I need to give her more mana. Or him, as the case may be. Whichever they are. 167. Good stuff. Now, I don't want to mess with his combo, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully. Oh, I already had bleed on there. Doggone it. I should have used it. I wasn't paying attention. I could have used my Brutal Rend and done extra damage because she was already bleeding. Now on my knight's turn, he's looking pretty low. 101 hit points. One shot from Mama could take him out. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a little healing action. Look at all that health. Heck yeah, that should bring me through this battle. And you see he's now out of mana. I can't do any of my abilities. The only thing left is a basic attack. I'm going to go ahead and use a mana potion right now on that archer so that I can get a few more quality shots in to take Mama Boar down. Now, I have the rapid onslaught combo active, but it's already bleeding. However, it is bleeding for 2 more turns. So I could do this turn and then do that Brutal Rend next turn. I'm going to go ahead and do that rapid onslaught. Because if I had done the Brutal Rend now, I would have lost my combo and would not have been able to do that Brutal Onslaught next turn. I'm sorry, Rapid Onslaught next turn. The names of all these things. It's so crazy. All right, max damage. We'll see I can knock Mama out. Not on this shot, but hopefully get her down to where next shot. Yeah, it'll be tough. Bam. See that 112? He'd have died that turn if I hadn't healed him. All right. This probably won't do it, but it's going to bring Mama Boar down really low. Ooh, 103. I might actually mark Mama right here. Nope. But Mama's got 45 damage at the beginning of her turn, so even if I miss here, she's dying on her next turn. So let's go ahead and do that Brutal Rend anyways, just because it's the end of the match, and it doesn't really matter if I hit. I win! Hells yeah! And that is how I like to use my warrior in the mix with the archer and the knight. So now, here we go. Mythic time. Let's get those rewards. Hoping from some equipment. Maybe that sweet wooden dragon mask. The ancient wooden dragon mask, I'm sorry. I believe it is called. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see it. Dragon mask. Or I could also get another boar blade or a boar staff, or even better, a boar arrow. There's pants out there. Bam. Got that boar blade. Or gore blade, I'm sorry. And this thing's nice because it has 2 enchantment slots you'll be able to use later. they haven't really mentioned it yet. They said it a few times in the AMAs. Excuse me, but that guild equipment is going away, so you're going to need some actual equipment for these warriors and for these heroes to be able to fight with. Otherwise, you're going to be at a disadvantage. And there is no negative side effects to this. These first run, from what I understand, these first run equipment, they're the only ones that are going to have that. As you craft your own stuff, they might have negative side effects to go with the positive side effects, which is going to only make these things that much better. And that is a wrap. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If not, maybe next time. On that, Ogre out.
It's the Miller Squad. It's Miller Squad.